It's an early Christmas for us. As you can see, it's very much winter here in Susanville, but that isn't stopping our delivery. We had to rent a forklift to get our kit off the truck and make it down the road to the workshop. This delivery consisted of the empennage, wings, fuselage, undercarriage, and firewall forward kits. As you know from previous videos, our canopy and finishing kit is on back order. The engine and interior are ordered about 6 months behind the rest of our kit. We did contemplate driving down to Torrance to pick the kits up. We worked with Scott at the airplane factory to figure out shipping costs and ended up deciding to have the kits shipped to us. Freight was around $1,500. Scott asked us if this was a residential delivery and if we would need a lift gate. He communicated that to the delivery company. However, we received a phone call from our delivery company that they did not have the means to get these boxes off the truck and we would need a forklift to offload. So we scrambled to find a forklift to rent, and lucky for us, Lynn had some experience driving forklifts. It ended up working out well. It allowed us to easily maneuver kits around, but it definitely was not an expected expense. Once we get the crates into the workshop and organized, it's time to break open the first kit. Go.
So what you need to do, Dad, is you need to get pliers. Oh god. This is hard to do, but see how you need to straighten it out?
Here, let me see. You just get up. There you go. And I'll fast forward through us struggling to open the first kit. We definitely get better at bending these tabs as we work through getting the rest of the kits, but of course this is the first one.
Yeah.
Good job working your cameras right there.
Okay, oh.
Oh man.
I want this.
Wait.
What's this?
So we've got, so this is the kit, the introduction.
That's the packing it up right there.
These are a bunch of
And
parts.
then that's the, yeah, just leave them there, buddy. And then that's the
Ooh, bubble.
instruction manual. Packed on top of the kit are the kit assembly instructions, the empennage instruction manual, and the packing slip. So it's time to get it to inventory.
You want a pencil or marker?
I was thinking pencil just in case we make a mistake and mark off a part that doesn't need to be marked off or something, you know? Okay, so
This part in here is where is just the numbers, or
let's see how these are.
jetted T-piece.
Let's see. So for those of you that are familiar with building, you might have already picked up that jetted T-piece probably does not belong in the empennage kit. So we're going to fumble around here for a little while, and what we will eventually realize is that this bag of hardware that Parker is looking at right now is actually hardware that was back ordered for the external alternator kit that is in the firewall forward box. So I understand now that after these boxes arrive in Torrance, if Torrance has any of the parts that are on the back order list, they will open these boxes up and toss those parts in so that they'll be included. So it takes us a little bit here to figure out exactly what's going on, but once we realize that, oh, this doesn't belong in this kit, we're going to go ahead and package it back up and set it aside, and then we'll actually get into the real empennage kit and begin inventory. Surprisingly, it only took us about 3 to 4 hours to complete the inventory of the empennage kit. The kit's very well organized and very well packed. We were disappointed to discover during the inventory that our dimple dice set was on back order. That's a very important tool that's included in the Empennage kit. It allows you to dimple the ribs and the skins to accept the countersunk rivets. So we kind of had our heart set on getting a little bit of building done, and discovered that there really wasn't that much we could do in the Empennage kit itself. We reached out to the airplane factory in Torrance, as well as the Sling community on Facebook and the Sling Pilots forum, and eventually reached out to Midwest Sky Sports at the Build Assist Center, and they were kind enough to offer to ship us a set of dimple dies. So we did find 1/8" dimple dies, and I ordered those online. These are very special. Apparently, they're 120-degree dies, where most of the dimple dies that you see on the aircraft builder sites are 100-degree dies. So we found the 1/8" or 3.2 millimeter. However, it seemed pretty impossible to find the 4.0 millimeters. So I was very glad that Midwest Sky Sports offered to lend us a kit of their dimple dies so that we can get started until the back order dimple dies arrive. So after completing inventory on the Empennage kit, we begun assembly by first selecting all of the parts for the horizontal stabilizer, which are the first item to be constructed, and hanging those on the pegboard just to stay organized, ensure that we have all the parts that we need before we begin construction. And so here we are doing that. This is our first riveting session. So this is the front spar of the horizontal stabilizer. We have it all dimpled where necessary. Obviously, it's all plastic is removed, cleaned up, deburred, clecoed together, and then we are riveting everything together. This is what the completed skeleton of the horizontal stabilizer looks like. So we have the front and rear spar plus all of the ribs. So those ribs just need to be, looks like a few rivets left to get those ribs riveted on, and then we will put the skin on. And lastly, here we are riveting the skin on. This is the last step. So thank you everybody for watching. We of course continue to make progress on the build every day, as I'm still juggling a little bit with the amount of recording versus building, but I'll do my best, and look forward to providing you with the next update.